Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim and welcome to a Thursday night stream where I am having a really bad day. Like, you guys, seriously, for real, I'm having a super bad day. Like, Tim and the no good, horrible, terrible, very bad day. Broke a goddamn tooth on Tuesday. Having a real hard time at work. And I need to play a game that makes me feel good, god damn it, before I end up just choking something. Probably myself, or maybe the chicken later, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna play some Dead Cells, and Dead Cells has had a lot of updates since the last time we played it. I say the last time we played it. The last time we played it was when Guild Wars 2 wouldn't work a week and a half ago, but if you missed that stream by chance, Dead Cells might look a little bit different to you right about now. It's got the update 8 is what it's up to right now, the Babel update. And they have added a couple of new things, including something that I'm going to change, my diet, because it was set on baguette for a little while. Baguette update was number 7, I believe, and it allowed for some specific functions to be added in, including a new food set. We're gonna go back to our monster set because we love that so much. And it also added the option to have a non-pixelated font. Now, it wasn't an option for a long time until this particular update, the Babel update, came about. They allowed you to be able to turn back on the pixelated. They actually switched over to this new font for quite some time. And you know what? I think I'll just leave it like that for a little while, so that way you can see how that looks as well. I feel like for stream, it probably looks pretty okay. For personal play, I like the pixel. But that's just me. Anywho, let's continue the challenge, shall we? Last time we played, I think I ended up being able to make about 3 or 4 stages in. I know it was after the first boss. It was the stage. Or did I die to the first boss? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, how embarrassing. No, I think I beat the first boss. I think I ended up persevering through despite my terrible weapon combination. But yeah, we'll be able to go back through a different path tonight and see what kind of mischief we can get into. Old terrible shield. Here I was hoping that they would drop some gold back there now, but they don't. I always forget to check that out, so I didn't know if they had like substituted a little piece of gold there if you have already gotten all the blueprints that might show up for the mission. Of course, I have long ago. So, you may be wondering what this fancy schmancy thing is I've got in my offhand here. It is an ice crossbow. If you tap it, it freezes enemies, and if you hold it, it inflicts critical damage and freezes enemies. But it takes a long time to launch when you do it like that. And it ends up working more like a shotgun. Like an icy shotgun. And as you might notice, it does a lot more damage than the regular version. Oh god, you son of a... So sometimes it's worth it to just go ahead and plan your shot out and take the charge. You know what I mean? What? Oh my god, it isn't. Wow. Huh. How about that? Weird. Ha! Ha! You know what's funny, Queen? I know now why that happened. My apologies. Let's see. So then there's... You should be working, however. Okay, that did work. Good. So the chat is working now. But I know why the sound alerts didn't work. Because we haven't played Dead Cells in so long, I actually hadn't had the sound alert box included on this particular window. But I believe that I can fix that because, as the owner of this channel, don't you dare play anything. Why does it say Hand of Fate 2 that I'm playing right now? I'm not. Huh. I definitely changed that earlier. Look at me, professional streamer. I am the best.
Hey, listen.
There we go. Perfect. And now we get to continue. Hey, Kisty, welcome. Glad you could join us. What can I say? I'm a little off my game tonight. This whole situation with the tooth has just thrown me completely off whack because I'm having to like figure out how to get to the dentist. I haven't actually been to the dentist since I'm on, and so like I hadn't had one planned, and to be quite frank with you, I hadn't planned on spending the money to buy a fucking new tooth. So yeah, for real, that too now. You know what? I'm one other tech problem away from just saying fuck it. But I don't think I'm actually gonna do that. I wouldn't actually do that. That's punishing you guys for my own faults. Yeah, basically. Murphy's Law is just dancing all over my fucking face right now. Okay. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Now the bad part is, I've got 2 sets of very slow weapons here, so like, I'm kind of going to be looking really soon to switch one of these bad boys out. Probably that ice crossbow. Ooh, explosive decoy. Sure, I'll take it. Aww, Kisty. Wow, 13 months. I can't believe it's really been that long since I've turned on, or since I have had that sort of privilege. Thank you very much, Kisty. You and Queen have been there the whole time. Also, I feel like this engine flow is going to be way better, simply because of how many pot shots I can pump into somebody. So I think I'll heal. Make sure I don't actually die here. You're having fun with Guild Wars 2? Oh, awesome! I'm glad. It's one of those that you can end up losing a lot of time in. Especially when you are in those first several dozen hours of just exploring around and seeing the new places and being like, ooh, what's that thing? Ooh, what's that thing? Ooh, what's that thing? And figuring out what you can and can't get to from where you're at. Because I don't know, it might not be like Breath of the Wild levels of exploration, but it is pretty dense. Oh boy. Yeah, that was gonna be a bad deal. So let's put out the Crusher Trap. Which ends up crushing all the opposition. As you saw, that little lightning area, anyone that was standing in it got some major crushing damage. Sure. Why not? Give me that ice bomb. I'll run the risk of the 10 curse. Oh, it gives you that old WoW feeling. That's very sweet. Should I try the store? I mean, I'm already gonna end up not being able to make it to the next level before the time door closes, so we might as well go ahead and just make sure that I'm equipped. Traps? Ooh. That heavy turret is pretty great, but nah. Nee. No. No. Not worth it. And I'm gonna have to end up killing 10 enemies on the next stage in the promenade before I end up losing this curse, which is going to be a little bit tougher than killing 10 enemies here, but I'm willing to take the challenge, especially with that endless bow. But yes, I have the same question that Queen asked. What is your character? Let's see. It's cheaper, and I'll end up getting way more out of it, I think. To go ahead and read towards the modifiers on this boy. Shots pierce the first target. That is well worth it. Thank you very, very much. And of course, we'll take the extra life, because you're a fool if you don't. I mean, really, you are an absolute fool who is making this game 100 times harder than you think by not taking that extra life from the beginning. You are Ranger level 6. Awesome. So that means you're getting well underway in your little personal story there. Starting to kind of figure out where you fit into the world. I think so one thing that you'll find is like every 10 levels, you kind of reach a new plateau in your story. You know, it just sort of like ends up radiating outward from your starting city. And it's kind of neat the way that that works. Also, I just remembered that if I get hit once, I'm dead. So I really should be a lot more careful than I am being right now. Got him! You know what, Kisty? That is a very valid strategy. I do that with my necromancer, and I use my minions in the same way that you would use pets. And the curse has been lifted. It means I can get my hands dirty again. Like Miss Frizzle said, take chances, get messy. Wait, make mistakes, get messy. 2 minutes and 44 seconds ago. I mean, I knew that. I knew it was going to be sealed, but just out of sheer force of habit, you've got to check in every time. Maybe this time will be the time that the game takes exception and takes pity on you. The answer is always no, but it's worth a shot. I love it when I am able to measure out the distance just right, so that those Zambos just land right in front of me and I get to smack him in the face a dozen times with whatever amazing weapon I have to be using. Doop. Hello, boys. You want to come get some? Ooh, he got some. He thought that was a curse, though. No, it was his gravestone. And then I've got tonic level 2 that electrocutes nearby enemies. Electrocute? That's a new status effect that I haven't had before. But nah. Unfortunately, its use of being a lesser healing potion kind of isn't that useful to me. Especially not with the build that I'm going to end up trying to go for by the end of this run. Whee! Let's see, where have you taken me this time? I'm ready for your game. Bring it on, game. Oh, crap. There we go. It's like, will my bomb end up reaching all the way in here? Does it come close enough? The answer is yes. Because this game loves me and wants to make sure that I succeed. So, incidentally, the game is actually getting very, very close to release. I want to say that one of the dev blogs that came out recently was saying something like an August release window, which means this will be one of the last updates that they do until release. And right now, they're probably mostly working on bug fixes and getting those final levels right and things like that. So, now is as good a time as ever to go ahead and get your purchase in, because I believe that once the next update takes place, the price will end up going up to full retail. I think it's like 20 right now, and will end up going up to 25 by the time it hits full retail. But either way, it'd be well worth it. I mean, there's been a lot of content in this game that we have been able to go through just right here on stream, and a lot more that you haven't seen. At least. God, I want to know whose blood got on these first. Like, it wasn't me. I promise. Trap? Yeah, I want traps. Like, I like that crusher trap, but unfortunately, it just doesn't do consistent damage like that ankle slicer does. That ankle slicer will be really, really awesome for being able to just deploy damage wherever the hell I need it, instead of having to kind of kite an enemy around a specific area until the crusher trap decides to do its thing. And then there's the swarm grenade, which simply straight up summons some of those small little bitey bow-bearing creatures to attack for me. And farts. I feel like that ice grenade is so much more useful especially for the bosses, you know? Like, that's, yes, it's really nice to be able to distract them with the little wormy boys, but being able to freeze them is better straight up. So that's a tough call. That is a real tough call, y'all. I'm gonna leave it behind for now. I could have picked it and then sold it and yada yada yada, but I'm leaving it behind for right now. That way, if I change my mind, I can always come back until I reach the end of the stage. I just don't forget. But I can always come back. You son of a bitch! Fucking Moku Jin, Shield Baron piece of shit. Oh, you know what I never noticed? I never noticed that when you freeze the little Mokujin, the shield stops working. Duh. I mean, I don't know why I didn't. The thought had never occurred to me. It's not that I thought it wouldn't. It's just that for some reason, it had never connected in my brain. Hey, dum-dum, it's not going to be able to do its stupid magical thing if it's frozen. God, this pit is deep. I mean, I guess not quite as deep as the other one, but still. I'm definitely going to keep the bow of infinite arrows because that's never going to be bad. But, ooh, those Hayabusa shoes though. Those Hayabusa boots though. I might have to come back down here after I get 140 gold because not only will that be a much better and faster combo. Yeah, I definitely want those Hayabusa boots. They're a higher level than my Nutcracker right now, and sure they don't have the built-in stun, but you know what? I don't have to spoil myself like that. Being able to attack faster and dodge out of the way quickly will come way more in handy, I think. Okay. Hello? Enemies? Come get some. Won't you, bitch? I would lie to you and say that that's not fun, but it is super duper fun to kill enemies that way and to kite them around while doing a whole load of damage and never really having to do a thing myself. That is the one good part about this Nutcracker that I am going to end up foregoing. Once we reach the Black Bridge and have to face the boss, well, I will lose the ability to stun him for those first quarter of the fight. Because the Nutcracker has the, hitting enemies above 75% is an automatic stun ordeal. But I feel like it'll be a worthwhile exchange once you take into how quickly we'll be able to kill people with those enemies. Efficiency, efficiency. My favorite way to kill things is efficiency. Like in as few moves as possible. Really, that's the name of my game. Okay, here we go. Pop. Yes, they were red because I didn't have enough money for them at the time. But Pachanga. Oh, you mean as far as the stat? Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes. But still a worthwhile exchange. I'll be able to get those that red stat up, no problem. Especially considering I've barely upped it so far, so it'll kind of be worth it to do so. Cute. Piece of shit. Also, one thing that they did actually make a huge change to is that dodging rather, no longer interrupts a combo. So when you were using what the fuck? Secret area? Ooh. Actually, this is a good chance for me to talk. When you are using any weapon that's got a combination attack to it, there was the triple strike daggers that went 1, 2, cross strike 3. You were never able to like link a combo with dodge roll. Now you can. So kick, dodge, kick, flip. For example, is a much more viable attack combination now. something this game desperately needs in order for you to be able to actually continue to deal the death with a weapon like the Hayabusa boots or those triple daggers like I was talking about. And also looks way more Jozu. Like seriously, you feel super skilled when you pull off a stunt like that. Seriously, it feels great. Prison depths? I don't think I want to go to the prison depths. I think I want to go the other way. Because I feel like they've made enough changes to the main path that there's no problem with us going down the main path right now. See what I mean? You can dodge roll in any part of it, including but not limited to every single part of the flip. And it becomes a way better set of attacks. Wouldn't you agree? Hello? Anyone home? Let's see, if I remember right, this is the alternate path that leads you to the ossuary? Yes, and I don't want to go there. Well, I guess the ossuary would take me to the Black Bridge. Nah. We'll go up to the ramparts, and then go to the Black Bridge that way. Yeah, that sounds like a much better plan. It's been a while since we've been to the ramparts, to be quite frank with you. I don't remember what this place looks like. Whoop. I tend to go a lot of the other directions now. Let's see. Should I go ahead and dump some into somewhere else? Because this Hokuto's bow doesn't really look all that great, honestly. Marks the enemy, who then takes 86 DPS for 20 seconds. If the enemy dies, the mark spreads. It's basically a poison bow. But how much damage really is 86 damage per second, you know? Oh well. I guess if I end up getting it, we'll find out. In the meantime, I barely made any money. Well, I mean, I did end up spending a lot of it at the shop on that new and fancy set of Hayabusa boots. That's true. We're okay with that. We're okay with that, definitely. And I'm okay with the Hayabusa boot modifier because if I end up killing one person in a group with it, well, that group tends to burn a little bit quicker. Such a delightful ride all the way to the top, and we reach the ramparts, where we're going to find some of those fancy guards that we've seen before. But you might find something a little bit different this time, I think. Or maybe that enemy comes later. Spoiler. Oh, god damn it. Even with me kind of losing the pace of that combo for a second, I was still able to get in the last hit. Interesting that. I wonder how long of a window that is in between attacks that you can have, and it'll still end up doing the combo. Right now, but that is something to think about. Okie dokie, queen. Yes, I need caffeine. You need caffeine. We all need that delicious caffeine. Okay, I wanted to make sure that there was actually a floor down there before I just dove down to Medusa. Done that before. I don't think, if I remember right, it doesn't kill you, and I don't think they've changed that to make it do so. It just sort of gives you damage and then brings you back. Again, it's been so long since I've played this fucking stage, or any stage that has that kind of hit in it. I don't remember. I was hoping that the splash from the blast there would end up hitting the bats below, but it did not. There we go. Now we got the pattern. And treasure. Ooh. Fancy impaler. Except for the fact that it means that I have to get an enemy up against the wall, and to be quite honest with you, that's a lot of work. It doesn't come up near as often as you would want or hope or think. And like they lean up against the wall before that takes effect too. So it's just not as good as you would think it is. You dig? Oh my god, there's an elite now. I did not mean to summon the elite. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. Daddy needs to heal. Daddy needs to heal. Ah, you motherfucker. I forgot about my coming back to life. And boy, did I need it there. Wow, what just happened? What just happened? I rolled into the dungeon of an elite, summoned my turret, it started going nuts. All of a sudden, I was down to 12 health, and, well, I didn't quite run quick enough. I think that's what I ended up learning there. Didn't quite roll fast enough, far enough, or away enough. There we go. But, I think, yes, I can now work with that, because my, my down smash is what I'm calling it, because copyright doesn't bother me. Actually covers the area in oil, and then my attacks, if they kill something, set them ablaze. So, yeah, kind of a winning combination, I'd say. You know, if you can hit somebody with it. Oh, you son of a whore. I did not even notice that there was a teleporter. I was too busy chatting it up, just talking away, yammering on. And of course that door was sealed long, long ago. 7 whole minutes ago. My God, how can you make it this far in 8 minutes? That is so many enemies to not kill there. Just to be able to make sure you get, what, a bunch of cells? Like there's not even weaponry or anything useful in there, you know? It's just a buttload of cells, which you can end up getting just enough of by going around killing all the damn enemies. But that's just me. Maybe it's bragging rights, you know? Maybe, who knows? Maybe by the time you reach the end of it, if you can make it through that first boss in under 10 minutes, there's that door there. If you can make it to that door, maybe there's a secret path. I don't know. I've never been back there. Never looked it up either. Oh, no, too far. Okay, we're good. Thankfully, we fell too far, but it was a black bridge too far, and we're able to just walk right away. Boss time! The good news is I've got my freeze bomb, and I've got a deployable trap here, and I've got an infinite bow, and I've got my Hayabusa boots. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good place to make sure this guy goes down. And I'm gonna have fun with it. No thank you. I know it said shots leave a trail of flames. Yes, that is one of the best modifiers that you can have, but unfortunately not for us today. Because I want to upgrade you. Shots pierce the first target, so when we're biting worms, calls from your victims. That's actually really great, so I'm gonna keep that around for a while. And I'm gonna leave my Hayabusa boots on with victims burned. Now, unfortunately, victims don't get burned on hit. Victims get burned when they die. But, still useful for other things besides this boss. I'm still kind of planning ahead here. I wish I could just straight up upgrade them to ++ quality. I would do that over just reforging the modifiers. But we're gonna have to wait until we get a little bit more money, honey. In the meantime, ammo for my weapons would be absolutely worthless. I think I'm gonna do efficiency. Or maybe, I don't know. If I do fireworks technician, it reduces my cooldown more on my grenades. But that means I'll probably end up switching away from that sinew slicer at some point to a grenade, frankly. And there's no such thing as a bleeding grenade. Or we could have 99 DPS near an enemy is if a nearby enemy is bleeding, poisoned, or burned. We tend to be around that a lot, honestly. Or just straight combo. I mean, just straight combo means that with that speed bonus comes a huge damage bonus too. Oh, and then I get to pick another one because I ended up using that Igar. I guess let's reduce the damage of traps because that tends to be my downfall in some of these later levels. So I feel like reducing the damage of traps is going to be a big, big, big boon later. All right, boss time. Hello, Concierge. Who used to be called the Incomplete One, if you remember. But that was many updates ago, you guys. Times change, so do names. Gotcha. Looks like yeah, I got this boy between a kick and a hard place. Oh, fuck you. Let's add on some bleeding damage, shall we? Uh-oh, not enough bleeds. Stay still. I love that it still lets me do the last two combo. That's such a great addition to this game. Very smart change. One that a lot of people asked for. I'm not gonna lie, that was a big community asked change that they made there in allowing you to continue the combo like that. Because it does just make the game so much faster paced and action oriented, and you're able to plan out your moves a little bit better, you know? Good. And see, if I can stun him, or excuse me, if I can freeze him whenever he does that little red shield, it will be to my great benefit. Then he won't be able to get close to me, and he won't be able to murder me. Really, that's like the thing that ends up dealing the most damage to me with. Getting me in a corner and using that thing. That stupid red shield. Oh, fuck you. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. Ow, really? Even the slow-mo death is still death. Noted. Just because it's going a lot slower doesn't mean it's holding any less power. Big flash will tell you that one. Oh, did it. Kiss me, now you gotta kiss me. I don't know why I feel like taunting the Incomplete One. He might get mad and start attacking me for real. Hey, Noble, welcome. Don't mind me, I'm just murdering a boss. You see what I mean, though, with him being able to do so much damage. Even that turret, that poor, sweet, innocent turret getting caught in between there like that. It is not a good deal for him. Oh, fuck you. God, now he's starting to move real quick. Okay. Sadly, I don't have any sort of bleeding or poison or anything like DPS based on my own. I kind of have to rely on my turret for that. And if he keeps on killing my damn turret, well, we can't do it. Stay still. Ass. See, that drain just, it ends up working out in my favor. As long as I can keep it going. That's the hard part. Oh boy, get out. Oh boy, get out. Oh boy, get out of there. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, we're in a bad place. Bad place. Not like the forking bad place, but like a really bad place. Woo! Okay, all better. Just remember, after we get out of here, I get to refill everything. So, unleash the beast on that boy. All your weapons, all your heals, anything you need to make that magic happen. And cursed sword. Fuck you, game. God damn it. One hit, and you're dead. It's all crits all the time, baby. Look at that fucking damage. 1779 from the start. Basically, everything dies in one hit in front of you. But so do you. Sorry, can't take it. Colorless or not, I can't do it. Even just picking it up to carry it around and maybe use it every once in a while still makes that curse take effect, and I can't do it. I know, Noble. I have played it a couple of times, but not really much since then. Not for stream, anyway. played it a ton on my own because I fucking love this game, and I've been just hound dogging on it whenever I can. Slow down after thought spreads to nearby enemies. Ooh, that's nice. And also victims burn. All right, sure. A little bit of frostfire for you. Why not? And we shall use this to upgrade vengeance. Night. And not able to get another mutation. Oh, So, there's the Stilt Village. There's the Slumbering Sanctuary. Now, the Stilt Village, you may remember as a slightly different place that I got killed a whole bunch in. I think on the last stream that we played before the long hiatus and many, many updates. And I think it was called, like, Fog Fjord or something like that. Now, this stage has absolutely received a few changes, including these guys, which are absolutely grotesque zombies that spawn even more grotesque little worms. Kind of like the little wormy critters that I create, except horrifying and terrible instead of cute, adorable, and deadly. Well, I guess technically they're still just as deadly. Not the friendly kind of deadly. Holy shit. And between the number of them that end up spawning out, me being able to make enemies get set ablaze, turns out to be a huge benefit. Oh, look. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, because see, with all the little flying guys and all of the wormies that end up spawning everywhere, that's just so many flames. So many flames. So many, many flames. And then I got my bleeds, y'all. Like, I've got all the flames, and then check out my bleeds for days. Bleeds for days? I don't even have to do anything. I just gotta sit here and look great. I gotta say, I'm pretty good at that. And let somebody else do all my work for me. That I'm less good at, but I can still do it. And I'll come in here for what is promised to be my survival, key to happiness, and key to safety. Probably none of the above knowing this game. Oh, and did I mention that those tiny terrors also teleport everywhere that you go? Because that's equally horrifying and bad. So you can't outrun those bastards once you kill them. They'll find you. They always find you. Oh yes, the village key. I forgot about that. Another set of keys. I didn't get to use the rose garden keys from the first place because I forgot to get the third one, and also I didn't really need to. The garden keys, the rose garden keys that you see down there, were used in that second stage to unlock the explosive crossbow from its very high, tall tower hiding spot. So long ago, but since getting it, all that's there is just a little bit of gold. Honestly, I'm okay. Also, let me know if I need to turn down the game a little bit. I can hear the stream going on downstairs, and part of me can really hear the stream or the game very, very well, and then by the time I get to hear myself again, the game is quiet. So, like, is the balance good? It should be. I hope it's good. I know, like, when things get really hectic and loud, sometimes details can get lost. I just don't want to be one of those people. Traps? Grenades? Traps? Grenades? Grenades? Traps? Grenades. Root trap. Magnet trap. Both make victims emit a toxic cloud, but I think I'm okay. What the hell is this? Oh. A rune of return that literally just takes me back down to this door right here. Great. Such a magical rune. Ooh. The Barnacle, level 5. Shots pierce the first target, and a swarm of biting worms crawls from your victims, which is both of the things from the Sinew Slicer, except for the fact that the Sinew Slicer also is able to deal bleeding damage. So, sorry, Barnacle, you got to go. Funny thing is, you may think, hey, Tim, you're kind of at a place with no ceiling. Where's the barnacle going to stick to? Well, one of the other changes that we made that we kind of touched on last time was that the barnacle got a nice little upgrade too, in that it will now hover in a bubble if it's not able to fully deploy on somebody's ceiling. Very handy for those times when you're in a space with no ceiling, like that first boss battle. For para example. Really? Go down? Bonus thingy? Bonus thingy where? Oh my god, you're right. The bonus thingy. We'll go and take the purple for now. Because really, I'm kind of at a good red-purple split. Although my survival is definitely still my highest stat, because that is the one that's going to end up giving you the most health. Usually. Frantic Sword. Stage 4. Inflicts a crit hit if you have less than 50% health. Victims remain explode. But that 100% damage taken, sorry bud, you got to go. You got to go. I'll upgrade one of my other weapons before I end up taking that. I just can't run the risk of taking the extra damage, you know? Sorry. Daddy needs all the health he can get. Also, he needs to get up high right now. Because I would really like to save this village key for a door that's coming later. If I can hep it. Hep. See? That's what I mean. I was able to hep it. Hepped it right over. Whee. This requires a village key. I have a village key, but I'm not going to use it there. I'm going to use it somewhere else. Where might you ask? Don't you worry, you little nosy Nelly. I will show you soon. I love my little cutie patooties. They end up murdering everyone so nicely. Yeah. Tactics is. And they also increase fall damage for enemies that end up kind of getting knocked off at the edge. This is such a rare event. They kind of wanted to make sure that it ended up being rewarded by the enemies fucking enemy demise. It wasn't really planned for you to be able to knock enemies off of the stages, so here's a reward. They're dead. Not enough of a reward for you, tough kitties. They're dead. And there goes my little leaders. So cute, so sweet, so fine. Gotcha. Ah! Block nuggets. I was not able to bounce that. Oh no! Oh no! Elite pirate captain. Elite pirate captain's gonna be a bitch. Elite pirate captain's gonna be a bitch. Because he's gonna end up dealing a lot of damage to me. Very quick fashion. So let's see if I can end up murdering him before he murders me. Okay, see how much extra his explosive damage is. Oh shit! I can't believe I lived. I can't believe I lived. I can't believe I lived through that. I can't believe I lived. I don't want to lose that collect gold and cells over an unlimited distance, but between damage reduction by projectiles and traps, I'm looking pretty good. And also, that gives me 2 bonus levels in stats, whereas that my current necklace only gives me 1. So I think that'll end up working out in my favor. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there have been these new little corpuscles that have appeared in these areas that end up spawning out other worms that cause bleeding damage at random. They're not fun. I don't like them. No, not yet. I'll have to point them out next time we come to them. Because I think they only appear inside of doors. Yes, as if there wasn't a word for inside of doors. Inside. Okay, I think that this is gonna end up leading us to the next place. Pretty sure that's what that sign on the door means. It's kind of like a hobo symbol, you know? There's a whole bunch of different meanings and connotations to it, but there's at least some that have a colloquialist Everyone knows what it means, meaning. Forgotten sepulchre. That's not where I wanted to go. That is not where I wanted to go. I'm not equipped to go in there. Forgotten Sepulchre is a place that requires a lot of heavy damage done quickly, and I'm just not equipped for that. I do a lot of damage slowly through my dots and through combinations and knocking people off and things like that. I don't think I would be able to survive in that stage. So it would be better for me to find the other door. Because there is another door. Now the bad news is I have used my village key, which sucks. Because now I won't be able to do the other secret door that I wanted to do. But, whatever. Okay, so you see this corpuscle right there. Yeah, little gross bleeding worm. Little gross bleeding worm hits for a lot of damage and attacks very quickly. So you want to make sure not to get grouped up around those. If you know. Hey, cursed treasure. Bye, cursed treasure. Damn it, I can't believe this thing lured me in here with promises of false treasure. Yeah. Gotta raise that survival up again. Since I lost the one survival stat that, point that the other necklace gave me, well, the amount of health that I got back for it went up considerably. Ow, no. Woo-hoo-hoo. I almost got murdered by my own stun damage there. Wow, that would have made me feel real stupid to have died simply because I forgot to make sure I wouldn't get stunned when I fell. I mean, I've done some dumb things in playing video games here, especially here on the stream before. But man, that one would take the cake. Okay, now we can come in here. And up's a daisy. Whee! Clock tower time! Yay! And I believe next boss, if I'm not mistaken. Look who's here. Yes, yours truly. Here to kick some ass and take some names. I'm all out of names. Let's raise the vengeance, since that's the closest one to being completed. Although it does rely on being wounded, so I mean, like, it probably won't be one that I use very much. But this plus will definitely be worth it, considering it now increases my brutality by 1, has a 100% increase in damage, and causes a swarm of biting worms to crawl for my victims, while dealing more damage to a frozen target. So I mean, like, it's not the worst. No. Fuck. I wish I had the critters back. I gambled and I gambled and I lost. Damn it. Damn it, Sam it. Oh well, it'll be okay. Next boss. Away! Let's see. The clock tower boss. Oh wait, I lied. Not boss yet. I must climb the clock tower before we find the boss here. Ooh, ice shard, level 5. Slows down enemies and inflicts critical damage on targets in water or covered in oil. Neither of which I'm going to be facing down right now, but pretty cool, right? It's kind of like the fire, like torch that you can throw and just cast area fire, but for freezing damage. Yes, that's exactly as much fun as it looks. Ah, yes. So the clock tower has a few enemies that we may not have seen before, including this mortar boy. That's basically like an upgraded version of the bomb boy that we saw in the first stages, but now has the ability to launch cluster bombs. And then there's these mini assassins, which suck balls, and hit very quickly, and usually try and backstab you by teleporting around. or rolling. Rolling 2. To get the better view, but not today, juniors. And then finally, there's the Clock Gear Assassin, who, kind of like the right hand from the second stage, yeah, ends up hurting you really badly if you don't take advantage of his mobility. Because he does try and scoot around the map a lot, which means you can end up just making him run into nothing with one simple dodge move, you know? He'll end up unleashing his entire attack range on thin air. It does help to be able to lock him down some way, but easier said than done. But I love the enemy designs once you get to these later stages. Like, sure, to say that it starts out generic is not really doing it justice. I think that the reason that the opening enemies kind of feel generic is because they've literally been the ones that we've been seeing since the game opened in alpha, you know? But by the time you reach here, they really had a chance to sort of flesh out what these enemies are and how they are upgraded versions of previous enemies without being reskins. You know, pretty much every enemy, with the exception of those little assassin boys, have another version of itself somewhere in the game that is either easier or tougher than the one that you're facing right now. And some have two or three. So, like, it's kind of neat to see that thematic nature of enemies, while at the same time not being straight up palette swaps, which is something that most games would end up doing like this. Just to save assets, you know? Yeah, let's see if I can't get a better melee weapon. Yes, I need a melee weapon. No. 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 Nada. Zip. Zero. Unfortunately, all of the zero. Oh my god. If you get caught in a corner with those boys, that is a recipe for a bad day. Bad day indeed. Unless, of course, you can cause them to go crashing to their death. Like I do. That usually works. I don't know if hitting the bells does anything, but it is pretty cool that you can do that. God, I have to be reaching the top of this tower. Seriously, we've been climbing for days. Victims' remains explode. Bonus damage to a poison target and burning target. And yeah. Yeah, check out this fucking tower, y'all. This thing's huge. But I guess we keep climbing. Crap. Requires the bell tower key. Okay. Are you the bell tower key? No, you're the clockmaker's key. Weird. And we've reached an impasse. Okay. Well, let's teleport to here. I guess this is the only other way we can go. Crap, crap, crap. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, fuck you. I appreciate the fact that that first explosion isn't the one that actually does the damage to you. It's the subsequent. So, like, if you can escape that first little explosion of cluster creation, you're probably going to be okay. At least mostly okay. Let's go ahead and get that boy, just in case we need to come back here. As we found out a minute ago, that was really handy for me to have the teleportation point 2 all the way back down to that place. I don't like the fact that this is probably going to end up screwing me over real bad. I kind of need to separate them. Gotcha. I also need to upgrade the damage. Wow, never mind. The bomb boy got killed by my by my sinew slicer. Like that. I need to increase the damage of my infinite bow more than anything. Or maybe find an upgraded one. That would be something worth re-rolling for. The ranged weapons with the melee info. I appreciate the fact that I have infinite arrows. I don't want to have to use infinite arrows just to kill something. And we heal. Mine now 5,000 health. That is ludicrous. Clockmaker's key. Yay! Now this lets me go up here and... Ooh. I know what this door is. Well, 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 look who's here. Yes, we pour more souls into vengeance. Still can't fucking get it. And reforge. Burn. Ah, whatever. Plus damage to a slowed down target is fine because I have those ice grenades that end up slowing down a target, so we good. And also, I know what lies beyond this room, and I feel like I might be able to take him down with what I have. The Timekeeper, who overlooks the entire island from this one location right here. His tallest tower. Hello, friend. Nice to see you. So the Timekeeper's a dick. Like, I am just gonna call it like I see it. Timekeeper's a straight up dick because he can scorpion move you and then kick you across the stage and also fill you full of fucking ninja stars. That's not fair. One man should not have that much power. Be able to ninja kick and ninja star you. But if I can go ahead and get the better of him, well, bully for me. Oh no! You son of a... See what I mean? He gets to boot you clear across the room if he catches you with that shit. Nope, not today. Aw, you son of a bitch! You know, Queen, I think you're absolutely right. Not only that, but she also has a ponytail. That would have been the other dead giveaway. Which, I mean, you know, dudes are able to have ponytails too, but I did not register because I've been so busy kind of fighting for my life that she totally has boobs. You're right. Oh no, now she does 3. Thankfully, I take way less damage from projectiles, so that was something that was going to be very useful. Especially with her throwing ninja stars all over the place. Miss me, I gotta keep me. Holy! See, most of fighting this fight is about avoiding the damage and making sure that you're able to heal at least a little bit while you do so. Making sure that I can avoid that. Fuck you. There we go. And retaliate a little bit. Kinda all you need. And good. That is a safe opportunity for me to heal. If I can catch her on this, both with the dash and with the scorpion chain. Well, that's a bully for me. A bully. A bully. Oh man, she's just out of range. Oh, now she's in range. Now she's out of range. Now she's in range. She's so fast. It makes me wish that I had something else more consistent to be able to slow her down with. Finish this. I don't like it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, that clock is booking it. And she is now summoning swords from the sky. You guys, I just want to point that out. Swords from the sky. They're swords, they're falling from the sky as I'm fighting the Timekeeper. Oh god, and she keeps doing this major darn. That's basically what this fight is gonna devolve into here in a minute. Just a lot of me going. Ow. Okay, let's find an opportunity to heal. Specifically, if I can catch it right after you. Nice. I'll absorb a little bit of damage if it means that I get to pick up some health. Okay, I need that turret down. I need that turret down. Even if it's only down for a second, that's more bleed that I'm not able to do myself. Now, you fucker. Gonna get there. Double dash. Not a problem. Avoid. All good. Wow, not good in neighborhood. When you're here, your family. It's more like an abusive relationship. Jesus, I cannot believe I haven't died yet. Can we just consider this a victory right now, Timekeeper? How about do we call it a draw? I don't think she'd be okay with it. I don't think she'd be okay with that, you guys. Oh boy. I need to stop talking shit. Actually, wow, I just noticed that turret is actually blocking a lot of those ninja stars for me. Maybe I can use that to my advantage. No, watch out. God. You. Good. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding, keep bleeding, keep bleeding, keep bleeding, keep bleeding. See if I have my cooldown reduced. One of those, either my grenade or my turret, would be happening way more often. Damn it. I got way close. Like, seriously, for as little damage as those Hayabusa boots were doing, I got super duper close to taking her down. I am very proud of myself for that performance. Thank you very much, Miss Queenie Queen. So, woo. That was rough. Well, this is actually the perfect time then for us to take a short break because we have reached about the hour mark. So, yeah, maybe a little bit over. We're going to take ourselves a short break, and when we come back, let's do that again because I don't feel justified. I have beaten that timekeeper before. I will do it again, and it will be right here in front of you guys. So we'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Don't you dare go anywhere. You're watching this on twitch.tv/TimLeftwich. My name is Tim Leftwich. Enjoy the music during the break. Be right back. Bye.